And the Premier League table looks very different to what it looked last week or the week before that as well. Arsenal is now the #1 team. The one team that everyone's chasing. And Liverpool is second. Chelsea, man, they're making moves. And City, 3 wins out of 4. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how United's top 10. Round of applause. Hey, I think everyone, round of applause for United finally cracking the top 10. Massive, massive achievement for Ruben Amorim. Let's see if he can win back-to-back games, which is against Liverpool at Anfield. Next game. But the first game which I want to talk about is Arsenal versus West Ham. I was watching that and I was going through the United game, but I was watching this game mainly just because of the fact that we finally got to see the midfield, which I think everyone was waiting for. The midfield, which Arsenal fans were dying for. Everyone's saying he finally let the handbrakes off. And that is the midfield of Eze, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. That only lasted 30 minutes when Martin Odegaard went off with an injury. But the first 30 minutes, you kind of got to sense Arsenal playing at the level which everyone's been waiting for in terms of the attacking firepower, because having those 3 literally there, bro, it's creativity for days and it's literally ball carrying for days. But West Ham did create some early chances, and that is the kind of hit and miss with this kind of midfield, because one, it's attacking, so you get to create a lot more chances. At the second time, defensively, you're kind of asking other team to basically counter and basically transition, because Eze and Odegaard are not the greatest of defenders. And having Declan Rice as the lone pivot isn't going to help as well. But when Odegaard went off and when Zubameni came in, the midfield looked better. Arsenal looked better as a whole. Hence the reason why towards the end of the first half, they basically, bro, it should have been 2-3. No, Eze missed a sitter. Saka had a goal disallowed. And the first goal came from, of course, Declan Rice with, I think it got deflected. I think it hit the crossbar, something like that. And of course, Declan Rice with a great strike, by the way. Great finish, great strike to make it 1-0. And also continued into the second half. West Ham barely created, barely even showed any sort of attacking intent in terms of anything what they're trying to do. I don't know what the Nuno Santos, maybe it's too early to judge the Nuno Santos ball, but Arsenal was just a better team on every single department. Of course, Saka, scored a penalty, back-to-back goals now for Saka in the Champions League and the league. But the one person I was disappointed with is Victor. I don't know, man. Listen, I know Arsenal fans, you guys are going to defend him because you guys paid so much money for him, and I know you guys are winning, so there's no reason to really criticize or no reason to drop any players because you're winning. And if it's not broken, don't fix it, as they say. But at the same time, this is kind of game I looked at it, and everyone was playing well. Everyone, even Trossard, had couple moments, couple glimpses, but Victor just looked non-existent, bro. Even when they tried to cross out in the first half, they were crossing the ball so many times. He didn't get none of it. He didn't even get any sort of attacking duels. I don't know, man. It's just not working. It's not working. I think, I'm going to be real. Arsenal fans, just put your hands up and say, you know what? We made an L. And again, I know it's early. I know it's crazy for me to say that because Arsenal's top of the league, but it just doesn't look right, man. Every time he moves, every time he's trying to touch the ball, every time he's trying to link up, it just doesn't feel right. I know you guys are going to tell me, but bro, he created, but you dropped, it doesn't, I don't know, man. I'm waiting for Kai Havertz to come back. I'm waiting. The moment Kai Havertz come back, or even Gabriel Jesus, the moment these two come back, I want to see how this team looks with a Kai Havertz, because I think it will look way better, way different compared to now. But as I said, listen, Arsenal, this is the first time for the past 3 years when they win, when the other team loses, the rivals, whether it was City from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or Liverpool from last season, whenever the other team lost, they never took advantage. For the first time in back-to-back games now, Liverpool lost, Arsenal took advantage twice, and this is massive. Hence the reason why we see them as #1. But listen, now they were chasing Liverpool. Now they are the one being chased by Liverpool. Let's see how they respond to that, because it's two completely different circumstances. Arsenal fans, you know about that. Now, the game which... Listen, let's talk about City quickly, because that was the game that I just watched. They beat Brentford 1-0. Nothing really much to talk about. Brentford had some chances. Donnarumma made a very great save on Igor Thiago. What's his name? Igor Thiago? Thiago is it Igor Thiago? Made a very good save, 1v1 save. Igor Thiago should have done a little bit better because he took one heavy touch, which just effed him up a little bit. But the goal by Haaland, I think that's the biggest talking point. The goal by Haaland, he made Collins look like a League Two defender, bro. Like, he looked Collins, just random Donny from the street. So bully goal, bro. And this is the kind of season that he's having right now. Like, I've been doing, by the way, if you guys didn't notice, I've been doing like a series every month on both this channel and my main channel, where I do a player and I do a club. On my on my player one, I've been doing the top 10 players, basically predicting it every month till the season ends, and I want to see if my top 10 is similar to the Ballon d'Or top 10. And at the moment, there's 3 players that's absolutely killing it. 3 players, and ironically, it's 3 strikers who's killing it right now. And I don't even know what the top 3 is. Let's put down in the comments what you guys make it, because Haaland, what he's doing is incredible. Harry Kane, what he's doing is incredible. And Mbappe, what he's doing is incredible. Those 3 players are killing it right now. And that's why I'm going to drop the video next week during international break. It's a tough one, but City, this game is 3 points and 3 points only. The last half an hour, you could see the Brentford attacking and showing intent, and City was feeling the pressure, but Bernardo Silva had a good game, surprisingly enough. But this is a massive game for City because it takes them now closer to the top 4 and closer to, of course, Arsenal. But the one game which I think everyone is talking about, the one game which is the biggest talking point, is this game right here. Chelsea versus Liverpool, Liverpool versus Chelsea, which had so many talking points. So many talking points. The first talking point is that both teams came into this game not on the best of forms, because Chelsea, yes, they beat Benfica, but before the Benfica game, they lost 3 games out of 4. And Liverpool came to this game losing back-to-back games in the league and the Champions League, Palace and Gala. And both games didn't look convincing. This whole season, they haven't been convincing. Yes, everyone has made that trend and that little joke earlier part of the season. Is it sustainable? But they kept winning. They kept winning and winning and winning. And, hey, the juice or the magic or whatever the luck, it ran out against Palace. It ran out against Gala. And it ran out against Chelsea. And I predicted it. I was one of those people that, on this channel, we make a Prem prediction video. Every week, we predict the scores. Me and 3 other SDS boys. I was the only one that predicted a Liverpool win. I thought Liverpool would win this game because I felt like they were coming into this game with a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation to win this game. Because they were, out both teams, they were in a better position in terms of the injuries. Chelsea had injuries. Chelsea had 2 of the starting centre-backs out. The best player was out. So they were, Casado was 50%. Enzo was, every player felt some sort, even Joao Pedro, I was watching Joao Pedro, he didn't move right. Every Chelsea player looked like he had some sort of injury. And Enzo Maresca was under the pressure in the sense of, he has got a team out there who, some of them ain't even healthy, but his best players are out. And he's got 2 centre-backs, starting 2 centre-backs. He's playing Badashide, which last season barely played. And in the second half, he literally had 0 centre-backs. 0 centre-backs. This Donny was playing Casado and was playing the freaking Reece James, and then changed to Hato when he came on. He had 0 centre-backs. He gone up against Liverpool side who, yes, your goalkeeper's out, Alisson's out, but you got Georgie at least coming in. Georgie, who was very good at Valencia, very good at the Euros, and you spent a lot of money to get him. But your team is still the same. Everyone's still the same, by the way. Your whole core is still, except for the goalkeeper, which is fine. Why is it that Chelsea looked like the better team? Why is it that Arne Slot, till today, it's been 7, how many games has it been so far? 7 games, and I'm still yet to see what this system is, what this formula is, what this identity is. I feel like Arne Slot wakes up every single day and says, you know what? I'm just slapping every single attacking player and wishing for the best. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Why is it that I'm seeing the most expensive Premier League player of all time, and Alexander Isak, who we've seen for the past 2 years, 3 years at Newcastle, killing it, having the freedom, having the role which gives him the license to do anything he wants. Why am I seeing him isolated and barely get the ball? Why am I seeing Mo Salah, who carried you last season, doing absolute nothing? Why am I seeing Florian Wirtz? This game, you decided to say, you know what? Let me play the same midfield which worked last season. And first, I made a video about it after the Gala loss, and I said, brother, start the midfield. And you did. You started the midfield. But starting the midfield isn't just the one thing you need to do. It's just going to solve anything. Your issue is you've got a whole team You got a whole team which doesn't know what to do. I'm seeing Liverpool, they don't have a plan. Players are getting passes given to them. And a lot of it comes down to Chelsea and what they did. Chelsea knew exactly what they were planning to do. Because this season, we've seen a lot of Liverpool where they get the ball, the centre-back get the ball, boom, goalkeeper over the top to either Salah, Isaac, or Gakpo. But brother, Chelsea worked to perfection. Early press, and boom, the ball gets over the top. We get the ball back. We got the ball dispossessed, and we continue. Chelsea looked like Enzo Maresca basically out-tactically smarted like Onslaught. Onslaught had nothing. He had no plan A, no plan B. Usually, the plan B last season was the in-game management. He can bring players on, can bring players that might change the game, and it worked this season. Kesa against Bournemouth, Rio against Newcastle. It worked. Okay. Why is it? It's 1-1. 83rd minute. Was it 83rd minute? That the moment he made this sub, I said to myself, and again, I might be LeBron capping. You might think I'm like, wallah, I've said to myself, Chelsea is going to win this game. The moment he brought in Endo, 86th minute, it's 1-1. This is what it really, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm so frustrated right now because I know exactly what Slot was thinking. And again, I might be bugging too much. I know what Slot was thinking. Enzo Maresca just made 3 subs in one time, which is Mark Guiri, Steve, and Jamie Gittins all came on at the same minute, 75th minute. They all came on for tired legs. So clearly, Chelsea now got energy on the wing. Rather than saying to himself, let me counterpunch that with my own attacking reinforcement of Kesa. Where's Kesa? Of bringing Kesa off the bench because he's been so good for you in all the games that you've won and all the games you've had sort of impact. Kesa has done a massive role for you. I don't know why he never played the last couple of games. I don't know why he wasn't selected with Champions League. That's a completely different story. I'm saying you saw Chelsea do that. Enzo Maresca learned from his past mistakes. What Maresca did in the past was being happy, being complacent, and saying, you know what, let me just drop deep. If that was Enzo Maresca from a couple of games ago, he would have brought on, to be fair, he's got no other options, wallahi. He just brought from Landon, fam. Wallahi, he would have brought Landon. I was surprised when I saw Steve, Gittins, and Margu come on. I was like, rah, he actually wants to get something from this game. But what, Arsenal, what did Arsenal do? Endo, come on, brother. I don't want Kesa. Let me be happy with a draw. This guy was happy to get a draw. And this is the level which, again, it could be second season syndrome. It can be whatever. But I'm looking at last season. He got a lot of credit last season. And listen, I said a take at the start of last season. I said Arsenal would get sacked. I might have been a year to... Hey, I was a bit early with that one. But I'm going to be real. Onslaught, the more I watch him this season, the more he gives me Carlo Ancelotti vibes. In the sense of, this Don has got no tactics at all. This is Carlo, by the way. Not Pete Carlo, 13, 14, La Decima, Chelsea, or Milan, or whatever. This is the last couple of years Carlo where I'm relying on individual brilliance. And the more I watch him, and this Liverpool team, ironically enough, it symbolizes Real Madrid last season. From the manager to the players to the system to everything. One, there's no system at all. I don't see no system at Liverpool. And Liverpool fans can correct me down in the comment. I don't see a system. Secondly, I don't see some sort of idea what they're trying to do. Thirdly, you won the league. You bring in 2 players, which has now impacted you completely. We all knew you needed one striker. But you brought on Ekitike, you brought on Isaac, and this is what I predicted start of the season on SDS. I said, this reminds me, I saw this last season with Real Madrid when we signed Mbappe. Our team was so good. We signed Mbappe, and look what happened last season. And Liverpool at the moment, they've got a dysfunctional attacking line and a midfield because no one understands whose team it is. No one understands, are you the guy that's going to save us? Are you the guy that's going to save us? Because no one's done it so far. No one has done it. The thing is, if they've got games which everyone takes turns, a little tag team thing, then fair enough. But no one has done any sort of life-saving or game-changing for them. The early part of the season doesn't count. A set piece against Arsenal, it's not going to tell me, oh, this team's got lifesavers. A penalty in the 93rd minute and Rio 90, bro, it means nothing. I'm talking about the Isaacs. I'm talking about the Words. I'm talking about the Iketikis. I'm talking about the Salas. They don't understand each other. I saw one pass in the second half, which told me a lot about Isaac, and I told me about Salah. Salah tried to. Isaac was running. He got the ball running. This is what Isaac loves to do. He was pointing where he wants the ball. Salah makes a complete meaty pass. The pass goes. The pass goes to a goal kick, and that's the kind of relation, the chemistry which they have. Again, they're gonna build. They're gonna build on that. But Liverpool this season are looking at the manager. The manager's doing nothing. The manager's doing absolutely nothing. And again, it goes on Onslaught. This whole season is the biggest test for Onslaught. And I'm telling you right now, a loss against Man United, listen, you're under pressure. I don't know if Liverpool fans have been saying Onslaught out. I don't know. But a loss against United, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I would get him out right in this second. Right now, I'm in the edge, fam, because I've got a team full of talents, the same way Carlo Ancelotti had last season. But look what he did. Didn't do nothing about it. The same way last season, the other goodest, the Andrew never got chances. Kesa is a victim of it right now. Kesa can do something off the bench. He doesn't do anything. Onslaught and Carlo Ancelotti, they're the same cloth, bro. Just two different nationalities, two different looks. Listen, man, that's the way I'm saying. But I want to end it with that. But Chelsea deserves a lot of credit. I think in-game management-wise, it worked to perfection. I think Enzo Maresca tactically put a masterclass out there in terms of how to basically exploit all of Liverpool's weaknesses. In terms of how they build up from the back, he exploited that massive by pressing. How, in terms of having the attacking numbers in terms of their width, because that was our issue last season, Real Madrid, with our fullbacks. That's the same issue that Liverpool's facing right now with the attacking fullbacks. Sorry, the wingbacks and the fullbacks are getting basically outdone in every single game. And that's what he did last season. Very smart. Enzo Maresca did very smartly by. He had Garnacho, he had, of course, Neto, and then literally, boom, 15 minutes in, Gittins and Steve, and it continued. It continued. Caicedo yesterday showcased why he is one of the best players in the Premier League and amongst one of the best midfielders in the whole world. I think Enzo Maresca yesterday did an absolute masterclass, and Chelsea deserved the 3 points. Liverpool, that's a lot of conversations, man. Listen, I'm going to be on SDS where I can talk about more, but hey, Liverpool, hey, man, Liverpool fans, let me know down in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and more videos coming out on this international break. Peace.